Hi from Animal Kingdom. So I am in Animal Kingdom. It's right in front of me. The entrance is in front of me. This is the Rainforest Cafe. I want to do the trails today. I want to go to the Discovery Island trails, the Maharaja Jungle Trek, and the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Just walk around the park. It may rain here in a little bit, but I just wanted to explore the park before it closes today. Don't think I'm going to be doing any rides, but I guess we'll see. Let's head into the park. That little waterfall is right over there next to the Rainforest Cafe, and I'm super excited to be here just to walk around and explore. I think the last time that I was here actually was rained out, so I hope that does not happen again. That'd be kind of unfortunate. Pretty much everybody is exiting from that side of the oasis, so I'm gonna go over to the other side, head over to Discovery Island, and then I think I'll head to the back of the park first to do those trails. Really just because the back of the park, those exhibits, they close a little bit earlier. So I'll have plenty of time to make it back there, but I want to make sure that I do those, and then I can probably do the Discovery Island trails on my way out of the park. All right, so I made it to Discovery Island, so I'm going to go ahead to the back of the park, probably to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which is going to be back in Africa. I'm still hoping to come back for Festival of the Lion King. I'm trying to time that to be able to come with Brennan, hopefully at some points in the future, because we would definitely love to do that together. That was the little flamingo exhibit right over there. This is the otter enclosure here, which I don't see any otters currently. Haven't really come over here in a little while. I'm kind of cheating on my way over to the Gorilla Falls Trail because I think this is kind of considered part of the Discovery Island trails back here. Let's see if I can see anything from underneath the enclosure. Maybe they're underwater currently. Maybe they are done for the night. Is that them right there in that little log? I think it is. They are straight up cuddling in that little log right there. That's adorable. Okay, so that was the Otter Grotto, but now I am heading over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail before it does rain, because it really seems like it's going to with the wind right now. Right there, that is the Tree of Life Garden, which is part of the Discovery Island trails back there, if I'm not mistaken. See right over here, this is part of the Discovery Island Trail, which kind of goes back over here. It goes to the other side of the Tree of Life. It's tough to be a bug, but I'm pretty sure that pretty much anything here on the island could be considered part of the Discovery Island trails. All right, I'm heading across the bridge. There's the Festival of the Lion King right over there, which of course I still do need to see. Heading into Harambe. I'm pretty sure the entrance to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail is going to be kind of near the exit of Kilimanjaro Safaris over here in Harambe. The last time I came to Animal Kingdom, I was really interested in the treats over here at Tamu Tamu. They have a colossal Mickey cinnamon roll, a chocolate twist, guava and cream cheese Danish, a honey pistachio croissant. That reminds me of the Cheshire Cattail over at Magic Kingdom, and then they also have some Dole Whip options over here. Those look awesome. Okay, I'm heading through Harambe back to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which right over there, that is the exit for Kilimanjaro Safaris, but if you go up the exit, you can get to the entrance of Gorilla Falls. This is right next to Rafiki's Planet Watch, which has concluded sending trains today, but here I am at the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It closes about 15 minutes before the park closes for the day. And here I am at the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, heading inside. I should have time to walk through this casually and then head over to the Maharaja Jungle Trek as well. I know that I've showed this before, but this is the trail right here, a map of the trail starting off here and then heading in this direction and concluding back where I started, pretty much. So this will be fun to do again. This is pretty cool because right next to this trail is the boarding area for Kilimanjaro Safaris. Not entirely sure what's supposed to be in this exhibit right here. It's possible that they did put away some of the animals for the evening because the park does close in about an hour. But I think I'm heading into the main part of the trail right over here. Well, that answered that pretty quickly. This is the Angolan black and white Columbus monkey. Somewhere in here allegedly, but I don't see it currently, so I'm gonna go and continue on. I'll probably come back here a little bit later, maybe not today, but of course in the future, maybe during the middle part of the day when the animals are a little bit more active. Around the corner, this is the observation blind, which are used to observe animals without disturbing their natural behaviors. And then in this enclosure, there'll be okapi, which are right over there. It looks like they're having a little bit of a snack, which are different than a giraffe. Very different than a giraffe, but also pretty similar in a lot of ways, it seems. Okay, so the last time that I was here, I had a different lens that I was trying out in terms of playing around with the aperture, seeing if I could control that manually rather than having just the automatic settings on the camera, and I tried to walk this path and adjust the aperture accordingly, and it didn't really work. This is just like a little alternative path where you can kind of I don't know, bypass the main path there, which there's really no point with that, but I like doing it because it's fun. And I think these are the bats. Aren't they? No, they're not. They're not the bats. My bad. This is the research center in here. Cool, and then right outside I think are the birds. There are a couple different aviaries along the trails here at Animal Kingdom. This is really pretty right over here, this waterfall. So I asked the cast member if there was a specific Gorilla Falls along the Gorilla Falls exploration trail, and she wasn't sure. I don't know if there's an actual specific Gorilla Falls trail here. This is the bird spotting guide where you get it with your QR code and it's able to bring up the list of birds that are here. I don't know if this is specific to this aviary or the other one as well, but I'm heading over there at some point. See, doesn't this look like it could be Gorilla Falls? Right over here, how beautiful it is. I'm heading into the next room, which I'm pretty positive are the hippos in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think these are totally the hippos. They're very popular. There's the hippo right there. I had to wait a minute for the fans of this hippo to move along because this hippo is very, very popular. Look how big and beautiful this hippo is. Alright, so I've got to move along a little bit rapidly because the park closes in about an hour now, so I have just that amount of time to make it through the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, then over to the Maharaja Jungle Trek. I forget what animals are over here, but I think... Okay, so the zebra and the meerkat are over here, but I don't see any currently. Okay, so the zebra are away over there. It looks like the meerkat would be popping up right over here, but I don't see them currently, so maybe it's meerkat bedtime right now. Okay, so right here, this is the big deal. These are the gorillas. And the last time I was here, there was an extended queue just to get up to the window, just to see them go by, and there they are right now. And there's a gorilla right there. How cool is that? See, now I'm really curious if there's an actual Gorilla Falls waterfall along the Gorilla Falls exploration trail, and I want to hang out a little bit longer, but I should probably keep going if I want to try to make it to the other trails. I don't know why it's for this trail in particular, but every time I walk along this trail, I'm just reintroduced to all of the different exhibits, and every corner that I turn is a bit of a surprise, and it's very exciting. Like this bridge right here in this area of Gorilla Falls. Whoops, I just tripped. It's so interesting to me how I just really can't memorize this trail or the specific details or the layout of it, which makes it that much more exciting. Okay, so there's a map right here. I've made it to this point. Which direction am I going? Am I going this way, or did I come from this way? Well, that just made me even more confused. I think this entire area is the gorilla habitat, I'm going to presume. Now, is there a waterfall over here? It sounds like it. Okay, there's a little waterfall right there. Is that Gorilla Falls? It actually goes all the way up to the top right up there. So is this whole area here Gorilla Falls? Alright, so this sign says, this stream marks a rough boundary between the home range of a family troop of lowland gorillas and territory used by a bachelor or all-male group. So that doesn't really imply that it's a waterfall, though there is a waterfall right back there. So I doubt that this is Gorilla Falls. There's a little bit of a waterfall right over there, but it's a little bit less noticeable. Let's see, I'm gonna walk over here and just see what I can see over here, because I really do enjoy walking through this area. It's always really nice and pleasant. Yeah, that's not really much of a waterfall, I don't think. Right over here, but there's a bridge that I just crossed over, and I think I've almost made it to the end of the Gorilla Falls Trail. Although I'm pretty positive that around the corner there's a pretty big waterfall, so this might be the actual Gorilla Falls. If there was going to be a waterfall, I think it's right over here. Yeah, this has got to be Gorilla Falls right here. This is the biggest waterfall that I've seen this entire trail, so this has to be it, right? Alright, I just walked through the tunnel right here, and this is definitely the most impressive waterfall of the ones that I've seen. It doesn't say explicitly that it's Gorilla Falls, but I'm just presuming. And right here, this is the exhibit that I started the trail, right on the other side of this. Yes, the Angolan black and white Columbus monkey. So I have completed my walk around the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Hooray! So I have about half an hour to make it over to Asia to go to the Maharaja Jungle Trek, which is next to Kali River Rapids, way over there. So that should be like a 5-10 minute walk or so, but as long as I get there before it closes, it should be good. Again, this is the exit for both the Kilimanjaro Safaris, which is way over there, and the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Right next to this path is the entrance to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So I'm still in Africa. I have to head back through Harambe and then over to Asia. I'm pretty sure that these trails are considered outdoor attractions, so if it did start to thunderstorm, they would probably close them and wait till everybody cycled out of them. So I'm glad that I guess it's not raining right now, because I don't think it would be an option if it did rain, or if a thunderstorm at least. Animal Kingdom is getting pretty quiet right now. It seems like everyone is heading towards the entrance of the park. Right over here, this is part of the Discovery Island trails here that would just kind of walk. You would just kind of walk from this side underneath the tree, and then over to the other side of the Tree of Life in Discovery Island. And I've done this a good amount of times, so this is nothing new, but this is one of my favorite little trails, just walking underneath the Tree of Life here by the It's Tough to Be a Bug exit. It would have been nice to be at Animal Kingdom tonight after the sun sets, but unfortunately the park closes in a little bit, so I'm not going to be able to be here when the sun goes down, which is unfortunate because this park is really, really beautiful at night, especially in recent years. Alright, so like I said, the entrance to the Maharaja Jungle Trek is going to be back over here by Kali River Rapids. I've made it to Asia, officially. Don't think I ever really noticed that there was a sign right there. Also, by the way, something that I was considering, because I want to do it over Universal Studios with Brendan at some point, the photo scavenger hunts. It would be fun to do that at the other parks as well, at the Disney parks, but there is just so much detail, especially at Animal Kingdom. If I took a picture of this and just printed that out and gave it to Brendan and said, where do you think that is? There is absolutely no way. And that applies to literally anything in Animal Kingdom. There's just so much detail around here. That would be incredibly difficult. It really gives an appreciation as to how much detail did go into Animal Kingdom, which is really never taken for granted. There's just so much here to just take in. It would be absolutely impossible to do it. So here's Kali River Rapids, and there's the trail right back there. All right, and unless I am too late, this will be the entrance to Maharaja Jungle Trek, where I'll be able to see monkeys and tigers and dragons. All right, so I made it just in time to head through the trail over here, hopefully with time to spare to go to the Discovery Island trails. And over here, instead of a large map, there's a QR code to scan here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There we go, and open that up and see what the map looks like on the phone here, which is pretty identical to this one. This is a tiny little map. Look at this. So I'm right over here. I have to head all the way through here and then back out the exit. I think this one's a little bit less lengthy than the other one is. All right, so this is the first exhibit that I'm encountering, and that is a very large lizard right over there. Is that a kimono dragon? It seems like it. I think it is. I don't really see a sign over here saying what it is. Right over here, this is one of my favorite signs on this trail. Jungle trekkers, please apprehend that tigers are frequently encountered in the ruins ahead. Oh no. Okay, I just rewatched that clip and I think that I called it a kimono dragon. It's a Komodo dragon, but it's kind of a funny image now, right? A Komodo dragon wearing a kimono. So right up here, this is where the bats are. There is an enclosure right over here for, I believe, let's see, I'm pulling up the map on my phone if I can. This is the long-tailed macaque, I think. I don't really see him in here, or her. But this is where they hang out. But I'm heading into the bat exhibit now. Alright, I'm gonna go and head in here. See if I can see some bats. And there one is. Right there. I don't know if I even saw them the last time that I was here, but there's one right there. There's one literally hanging out. Wow, there's a few different ones here right now. This must be the time of day to be here. Oh, there's a big one way over there in the corner. It's a little bit hard to see. There's a few of them over there. Wow. So I'm pretty sure that next up is going to be the tigers. There's a viewing area right up there, and there's a few down here as well. So this is the main exhibit of this trail, without a doubt. Over here is going to be another perspective of the bats, which, yep, they are right there. That is a little bit intimidating, isn't it? They're just right there. That's kind of scary. Okay, I'm gonna head up the stairs here and see if I can see some tigers. It is super quiet now, which is awesome, because normally during the day this is just absolutely overrun with people. Not seeing any tigers. over here, but usually have a little bit more luck down over there by the windows. I'm gonna head down the stairs and see if I can see them over there. Although tigers are present in the forest, you will be very safe by walking on the well-traveled paths. That is reassuring as I head over here. This area is absolutely beautiful, and to see it this quiet right now is awesome. And there she is, right over there, hiding behind the grass, taking a nap. I think there's only one tiger in this enclosure right now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so next up I think over here is gonna be the water buffalo, the deer, and then the black buck in this area. So we did not see any animals back there, but there may be some straight ahead. This is a pretty nice little observation area over here. Let's see if I can see any wildlife on this bridge right here, which again is pretty quiet right now compared to what it would normally be during the day. Nothing over there. And I think this is also part of the tiger enclosure over here, so I don't really see anything over here as well. Oh man. Okay, so I think this is another one of the aviaries right over here. So I'm gonna head inside right here and just see what I can see inside. Okay, I think this is the final part of this trail. There's another bird spotting guide right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that QR code right there, and it does look like this one's a little bit different than the other one. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. That makes a lot of sense. There would be different birds in each aviary. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue walking through this, complete the trail, and then head over to Discovery Island. Wouldn't be surprised if I didn't really see a lot of birds over here right now, because I can already tell that it's a little bit less active than it normally would be, because it's pretty late in the day right now. I can hear a lot of them, but I don't really see a lot of them. All right, I kind of take that back. There are a good amount of birds in here. Just ones that I can't really identify right now. Okay, so I'm gonna head through here, and then I'm not entirely sure what's next. This may be the end of the trail. I could pull out my guide map on my phone. That would actually help a good amount. That's what I've been trying to do this whole time, just to try to know what is next to encounter here along the trail. I think that's it. Yeah, just check out the map. Looks like the final one is the birds, and now I just have to follow this trail and head on out of here. So that is the exit of the Maharaja Jungle Trek, which is right next to the exit for Kali River Rapids, which still has guests on it and is still running because the park is still open. Right now the trails are closed, but the park is open. So I'm heading over to conclude my day at Animal Kingdom by walking through the Discovery Island trails, hopefully, and the Tree of Life Garden. All right, so like I said, I'm heading over to Discovery Island, which is right here, for the final few moments of the park. It's gonna be open, heading through one of my favorite little areas right over here, just to sit and eat and relax. Get such a nice view of the water right here, so it's always fun, and it's a pretty cool themed area as well. So it's not really a shortcut, because I think it takes a little bit longer, but what a fun way to get to Discovery Island, right? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head this direction through the trails, and then pop out over by Starbucks, and then head back through the trails again on the other side to then end my day pretty much in front of It's Tough to Be a Bug. My earliest memory at Animal Kingdom is riding Tough to Be a Bug, or experiencing Tough to Be a Bug, because it was just so terrifying, but also so incredibly cool. Getting to just walk through these trails and under the Tree of Life is a pretty cool memory. Okay, so the park is now officially closed, so I'm going to conclude with a nice relaxing stroll around the Tree of Life. The final, if not one of the final shows for Tough to Be a Bug just came out, so there's probably going to be one right behind it, but I am heading right there. I don't know if there's an official number of animals carved onto the Tree of Life, but there are definitely a lot. I think over 200, almost 300 animals on the Tree of Life. I take it back, there are over 300 animals carved into the Tree of Life. I think I'm going to head this way, because there's no chain or rope right there. Normally I would go this way and then go around, but this way is open, so I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and see what I see. I think this area is mostly used for the queue for Tough to Be a Bug. They still have the distancing markers on the ground here, which I think that they've pulled up the majority of for the rest of the rides here, so I don't really think I can go this way. And it looks like people are still heading into the next show, so I guess it's still open. Oh, that's the very end of it right there. Yes, there was no way to get through to the other side of the tree. Going that way was just the line for Tough to Be a Bug, so I'm gonna head the way that I was normally going to go, but I think that was the last show for It's Tough to Be a Bug, which are gonna come out, and I should have plenty of time just to make it around and through the trails and then out of the park. I remember a long time ago I met Pocahontas somewhere over here, which she has not met over here in a while since she got her brand new area. And character meet and greets are not happening right now, which is a little unfortunate. I talked about this when I went to Magic Kingdom because pretty much everything is back to normal. I haven't really seen a lot of it here because I didn't do any of the rides here, but Disney is loading every single row. The only aspects of normalcy that are still not back yet are Fast Pass and entertainments. And the fireworks shows are going to be coming back. Rivers of Light is not coming back, but... And then Fantasmic, not yet, but hopefully Fantasmic comes back because I love Fantasmic. Okay, so I'm heading over to the Tree of Life Garden, which should be right around the corner, right over next to the Otter exhibit, and then I can just take that right underneath the Tree of Life and then pop it over by the entrance to Tough to Be a Bug. Or, no, I can't because the park is closed, so of course they would put up a rope there. Oh, darn it. Well, I just barely missed it. Not really barely missed it, the park closed about 15 minutes ago. I've done this plenty of times. I'm more happy that I got to do the other trails, the Maharaja Jungle Trek and the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, because this really just does go underneath the Tree of Life and then pop out on the other side. Oh well, I did what I wanted to do for the most part today. Okay, just to be sure, I'm gonna go to the other side of the Discovery Island trails, which are gonna be right over there. The old meet and greets area next to Tough to Be a Bug, and just see what it looks like over there. There's probably a rope, but I wanna see. Okay, so far, no rope, but let's see when I turn the corner over here. Okay. I still have unencumbered access to the Discovery Island trails, or the Tree of Life Garden, whatever this is. And it looks like I just spoke too soon, so this area is closed. But I got pretty far over here. From this rope to the other rope, it's pretty much just this path underneath that waterfall and the Tree of Life. So that's not too terrible, but now this just means I can come back with Brennan and we can do it together in the future, and then we can also eat a Yak and Yeti because we really want to do that again too. Honestly though, on a day where it could have rained and only being here for like an hour and a half, got a good amount accomplished, so feeling happy about that. Not that I actually objectively did a lot today, but I think those were some of the more thorough experiences and explorations that I've had on the Maharaja Jungle Trek and the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, so I'm happy about that. It is pretty busy out here, isn't it? So the path that I am electing to take today to get back to the car is not to the left or to the right. It's going to be this bridge straight ahead because I think it's finally reopened. At least I think so, because if it wasn't, this would be a little bit awkward. Yes, it looks like it's reopened. I love this little bridge here, and for whatever reason, they had a rope across it. I think that was just to control the direction that people entered and exited the park back in the day, but things are a little bit different now, aren't they? Just a little bit. Today was actually pretty monumental because it was the very first experience that I've had at a theme park where I did not need a mask at all, because you only need a mask if you're riding Disney Transportation now, and I didn't need to take it at all today, so I did not come into the park with a mask, period, which was weird, but it was really nice. It felt like normal. So I hope to have plenty of experiences like this in the future. I just hope that those experiences that we're all waiting to come back, with the exception of Fast Pass, which I enjoy the lines without Fast Pass currently. If they modified Fast Pass, that would be a pretty interesting and welcome change. The Fast Pass as it was, I don't know. I could do without it, personally. But the other experiences, like all the parades and fireworks and all that fun stuff, I'm waiting for that to come back. That'll be awesome. It's pretty interesting to see just the remnants of the distancing stickers on the ground. I do wonder how long those are going to be visible for, or if they're just going to be etched on the ground at all the theme parks for a while. Presumably not. Hopefully they can pressure wash those off, because I don't know if anybody wants to remember anything about social distancing and physical distancing and masks and any of this at the theme parks. Alright, so there's everybody coming out of Animal Kingdom. I think I'm going to go and end my video right over here where I started it, by this pleasant little walkway and the waterfall behind it next to Rainforest Cafe. So thank you for hanging out with me today at Animal Kingdom. I got to go to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail and the Maharaja Jungle Trek, and I got to just do a little bit more of a thorough lap around both of those trails, which was really nice. Got to miss the Discovery Island trails, which are one of my favorite trails, albeit one of the smaller trails. But just a reason to come back with Brennan in the future. It was a pleasant time to come here today. The sun was down. It did not rain, which is awesome because we're in that time of the year in Florida where it rains every single day, but I think I just barely missed it today. So thank you for hanging out with me yet again, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.